I am the witness, the silent observer of battles fought not with swords, but with faith and fear. Tonight, I bring you the tale of Father Elias, a man of unyielding belief who faced a darkness most would flee. Listen, for even the righteous must tread carefully in the shadow's domain. Father Elias was a man of unwavering faith, his devotion to God forged in the fires of adversity. For decades, he tended to his small parish in a quiet, forgotten town, offering guidance to the faithful and solace to the weary. But when the old Marlowe house became occupied again, his world began to darken. The house had stood abandoned for years, its windows shattered and its walls cloaked in ivy. Whispers claimed it was cursed, that the Marlowe family had dabbled in the occult before their mysterious disappearance. Father Elias dismissed such talk as the product of idle minds. But then, the letters began arriving at the church. The first was written in a trembling hand, the ink smudged and erratic. "Father, please help. There's something in this house. It watches me. It whispers." The second was worse. "I can feel it in my dreams, crawling under my skin. Please, Father, come before it takes me." When the third letter came, it was not a plea, but a warning. "Do not come. It is too late." Father Elias could not ignore the cries for help, nor the call of duty. He donned his cassock, clutched his rosary, and set out for the Marlowe house as twilight bled into night. The air around the house was heavy, suffocating, as though the house itself were breathing. Father Elias approached the door, his every step punctuated by the soft clink of his rosary beads. Inside, the stench of decay was overwhelming. The walls were scrawled with strange symbols, and the air buzzed with an unnatural energy. He called out, but his voice seemed to be swallowed by the darkness. Then he heard it, a low guttural growl, like the rumble of distant thunder. He turned toward the sound and saw it, a shadowy figure hunched in the corner, its form twisting and shifting as though made of smoke. Two burning red eyes pierced the gloom, locking onto him with a malevolent intelligence. The creature lunged faster than any beast of the earth. Father Elias barely had time to raise his crucifix, shouting a prayer that echoed through the house. The creature recoiled, its form writhing and splitting as if torn between two worlds. "You are not welcome here," Elias bellowed, his voice steady despite the fear clawing at his heart. The creature snarled, a sound that reverberated in his bones. It spoke, its voice like shattered glass. "You are nothing, priest. Your God cannot save you here." But Father Elias stood firm. He clutched his rosary tighter, the beads warm in his hand as he began reciting the rite of exorcism. The creature screamed, its form flickering like a dying flame. As the priest's voice grew stronger, the house seemed to shudder, the very walls groaning in protest. The symbols on the walls began to glow, then fade, as though consumed by an unseen fire. The creature lunged again, but this time, Father Elias thrust his crucifix forward, the metal gleaming with an unearthly light. The shadow howled, its form unraveling into wisps of smoke that vanished into the ether. When it was over, the house was silent. The oppressive air lifted, replaced by a stillness that felt almost holy. Father Elias left the Marlowe house as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon. He carried the weight of what he had seen, but also the unshakable belief that faith had prevailed. He never received another letter, and the house soon crumbled, reclaimed by nature. But Father Elias knew the battle he had fought was not the last. Darkness would always find another corner to hide in, waiting for the brave or the foolish to confront it. There are places where the light must go to battle the dark. There are those who wield faith as their weapon, who stand unyielding in the face of shadows. but even the righteous must remember the dark does not give up so easily.